Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. I started off with my Urban Decay Eden Primer and then taking my 35C Morphe palette and taking this nice dark gray shade. I'm using my Morphe M573 and what I'm going to do is place it in the crease and then blend it back and forth. This will be our transition shade. Today's mood was definitely more on the cool tone. I always do like soft bronzy looks or something very colorful. And today I definitely wanted to switch it up and do something more in the cool tone family. And of course I wanted something nice and smoky and gray. So with whatever I have left on my brush, I'm just starting to buff out those edges. You guys know that I love to do this because next we're going to go into this like cool toned brown and we're going to start to diffuse those edges and make sure that everything looks nice and soft and that these both shades marinate really well together. Since it is more of a darker eye, the camera, you guys, does pick up if the eye is not well blended. Like whenever you want to do like close-up shots of your pictures, if you do anything smoky. So you want to make sure that everything looks nice and smooth. Taking this MAVEN Beauty Cosmic Drip Palette, that gray shade, it's more on the shimmery side. So I'm going to place this right in the crease and then into the inner and outer corner. Even though I do want this look to look nice and matte, I do want a little bit of gray shimmer in there, which is going to make it look nice and wet. But also because I'm going to go into a more shimmery shade in the main lid, which I'm going to go back to that palette, and it's this nice gray shimmer shade. It is so buttery, you guys. It is really, really pretty, and I'm impressed on how pigmented this is. So with us adding that darker shimmer shade, once we apply this shade with our finger, I'm going back to the M573 and buffing out those edges, which is really going to help the that nice glittery shade that we place in the middle look really nice and blended and no harsh lines. Of course, if you're still using the matte shade, it will still look nice and blended if you go back in with that M573 brush. But I just feel like the other darker gray shade really helped with this look. Now I want to kick it up a notch. I'm going to go into the MAVEN Beauty. This is their liquid glitter eyeshadow in the shade UFO. And it's just nice and silver. And I just felt like this eyeshadow needed a little bit of pop. So I thought that this was perfect. It is actually really pigmented on the eyes. It didn't swatch very nice, but on the eyes, you guys, it really, you know, gave me what I really needed. Now I'm going to go into the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion, and it's just a black shade. And I'm going to tight-line my eyes, and then I'm going to bring it up to the top lash line, because I want my lash line to look smoky so that once we go into some lashes, you can't see any skin peeking through, and it looks nice and dark in that area. And then to blend that out, I am going back into that palette, the Morphe one, picking up more of that gray shade and this nice pencil brush from Be Bella, which I will also list down below for you guys. Everything that I'm using in today's video will be down below. To just smudge out that liner. And again, you can totally skip this step if you want, but I like it to look nice and smoky. And then I'm going to go back into that same eyeliner and I'm going to apply it towards my lower lash line because, obvio, we're doing a cool toned smoky eye, so I really want the nice dark under eye. And then just going back into that same MAVEN Beauty palette and then going back into the Morphe palette and picking up that nice dark gray shade to buff out that lash line and make it look nice and smoky. You don't have to go as far down as I am, but you guys know me. I love it to look nice and smoked out. So here you go. I'm showing you guys that I'm doing or applying that nice dark gray shade underneath. Next, just gonna go back into that same eyeliner and apply it in my waterline. And then you guys, for lashes, I'm going to start to curl them with this curler. I've been so obsessed with this curler, you guys, from Morphe. It actually curls my lashes really well. I was very impressed because normally lash curlers like suck, you know, the ones that I've used in the past, but this one actually makes them look nice and curly. And then I'm going into their newest mascara and applying one coat of product on my top lashes because we are going to go into falsies next. And then I'm going to go into, you guessed it, falsies, in the style called CRYPTIC from Beauty Creations. And these are foam mink, if you guys are wondering. I really like how brands are starting to come out with foam mink lashes, which I totally approve of. Now let's move on to skin. I'm going to go into the Too Faced Hangover Primer. You guys know that this has been my jam. I love it so much. And I saw my comments in my previous video and you guys wanted me to show more of me doing my skin. So here you go. I want to try my best to add my skin steps more often. I just feel like you guys get bored. So if you guys don't get bored, then I will include them more often in my video. I'm going to go into the Dose of Colors and my NARS foundation. And I will list my shades down below for you guys. I don't have them with me right now since I'm editing, but I will make sure to post them down below for you guys. I am using a makeup brush from Bella. It's the NG306. Obsessed with this brush, you guys. I've been using it nonstop. I don't even apply my foundation with the beauty sponge no more. I really like how this brush applies it. It makes it look nice and soft, not too cakey, and it covers up all of my imperfections. For you guys that don't know, I do have a oily T-zone and I am oily to combo, so I do have pores on my cheeks. So I really like how this covers it really well. And of course the foundation too. I'm going to go into my Hourglass concealer in the shade Sepia. I haven't used this concealer in such a hot minute. And the reason why I did go in, you guys, with two foundations is because I am not as tan anymore, but I'm not light either. I'm kind of like in the middle. So that's why I mix a lighter and darker foundation together. But for the concealer, this is so good. I can't believe I stopped using it. I really like how it covers without it making it look too cakey. It's just really good, okay? Just trust me. And now to cream contour, I'm going to, of course, my Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation in the shade Y505. And again, my Luxie brush, I think, that I've been using for a long time. I also got it in my BoxyCharm box. So I'm just applying my cream contour in the areas where I normally do, which is just like on my cheekbones, on the temples, and on my forehead. And I've actually been contouring the double chin, you know, because we have to make this little BITCH disappear. So I've been really contouring my jawline to make it look nice and skinny. And now I'm going to go back into this e.l.f. I think it's the Camo sponge. I love this sponge, you guys, so freaking much. I feel like it really blends out my concealer really well, and it's really cheap. And I just really like how soft and spongy it feels. You know how sometimes you can buy sponges and you get them wet and they feel hard still? Like this doesn't. Like it is super soft. And then I'm just going to go back into that same brush that we used to apply the cream contour with no product. And I'm just buffing out any edges from the concealer to make everything look nice and blended. Going into the COVERGIRL Matte Ambition Powder in the shade Medium Tan. And I'm going into my Sigma Large Angled Contour Brush, the F40, to apply this product. Now, it's not a bronzer. I think it's a foundation, but I love to use it as a bronzer. I feel like it's nice and matte, and it makes my skin look like skin. I feel like some bronzers sometimes can come off really harsh on my skin, and it skips. And I've been really loving using foundation powders to apply as bronzers. So if you guys haven't done this, I definitely recommend you guys won't go back to a bronzer. Then going to my One Size translucent powder, and I'm just gonna set the areas where we place the concealer. This powder, I rave about it all the time. It is seriously, you guys, so freaking good. I've also gotten messages from you on Instagram letting me know how much you guys really do like this powder as well. It's just really fine, and it melts into your skin really nicely, as you guys can see here. I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. I just really like how it melts and it doesn't look cakey or heavy. And when you dust it away, it just goes off really soft. And now I'm going to go into the Cara Beauty. This is one of their blush palettes, and I'm using a Hank & Henry brush. This is the Josephine, and I've really been loving his brushes, you guys. And then I go into the brush called Sarah to just dust away the remaining powder that we have and move it around in my skin to set everything in place. And as you guys can see here, the powder is so fine that it just melts right away. And then I'm going to go back into that same palette from Cara Beauty and apply some highlight. And you guys can also use my code with Cara Beauty. It is Sandy10, and you get some money off if you buy any of their products. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply some of that highlight in my inner corner to really brighten up that area, so that way it doesn't look too dark and dull there. And then I'm going to go back into the mascara and apply some on my lower lashes. If you guys haven't tried this mascara, Like, I feel like I have to do like a my favorites video, which I think I am gonna do it for you guys because I've been loving so many products that I want to share with you guys. But this mascara is seriously so bomb. Now it's time for the lips. I'm going to go into ColourPop, and this is in the shade called Beeper, and I'm going to start to apply this product all over my lips. I love opening my entire mouth, as you guys are seeing here, and connecting the top to my bottom lip. I feel like this has really made a difference to where my lips look more plumpier and more fuller, and who needs lip fillers anyways when you have this tip. And now I'm going to go into the Artist Couture Saucy Gal. I also have a code with them if you guys want to use it. It is just Sandy, and I love this lipstick, you guys. I just love this nude shade, and it goes really well with many different looks that I normally do. It's usually like my go-to, and I do like to pat it down to make it more matte. And then to set my face, I'm going to go into the Ultra Matte All Nighter Setting Spray from Urban Decay. And you guys, that's actually pretty much it for today's cool tone smoky eye. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Of course, if you do recreate this, tag me on Instagram because you know that I love to see your recreations. Besitos, los quiero, and I'll see you guys in the next one very, very soon. Bye!